a great wish list. Off grit, I agree with you. We got the same wish in regards to Izzy and Duplessis. I was gonna say Izzy against Alex, and you just refreshed my memory. I was like, yeah, I really did want to see Duplessis. I really like Duplessis. I think Duplessis is really good. I think he's really good too. I think, but I do think though, I feel like maybe.
Let's go, Joe. And that speaks to the genius of Izzy's ability to promote his next fight. That was one of his. That was one thing about it, because he was so active as a champ. Is that one thing I give credit for, because he was very active as a champ, number one. Yeah. And number two, it's like he directed his career. Like, he'll call his next opponent right then every time. This is who my next guy's gonna be. Yeah. This is who no other champ does it like he does it. So the fact that he was able to call out Duplessis after Duplessis' victory to the point where we're this interested in that fight, that speaks to his genius as a promoter.
No, absolutely. It does speak to his genius as a promoter, understanding, and he doesn't. And to be honest with you, in his selection, a lot of guys, if they pick a guy, it's a hand-picked guy. I kind of feel like his selection isn't a stylistic thing, as far as, I think it's more of a proving ground thing. Like, I don't think he's picking a guy to say, oh, I know this is easy pickings. You know how somebody,
he's not ducking.
I don't get that impression from him.
Izzy picks who we know is supposed to be. Like, Izzy picks from the stance of appearance. Like, we all know who's supposed to be next. Him. Like, we all. Yeah. He never goes against what the consensus is, because he knows it too. Like, yo, this is the next guy I'm supposed to fight. Yeah. Let's bring him out here. He ducks no fades.
I totally agree. I got Izzy and Duplessis. That. Yeah. Let me ask this in regards to that. We talking about it, so we might as well. Do you think Izzy losing to Sean, does that take off of that fight though a little bit? Some of the luster off? And maybe Izzy isn't.
No, or does it? He's on my list. He's on my list. I still want to see that.
Still want to see that. Right.
Because at the end of the day, because you gotta remember who Izzy. Let's not do recency bias where that should take away all of Izzy's accomplishments of who he is as a champion, things of that nature. It's still Izzy Adesanya, one of the greatest strikers in the game. He's still a legend.
At number 2, I want to see Conor against somebody in the top 5 light heavyweights. I mean lightweights. Whether it's Islam, whether it's Oliveira, more so I want to see him in Gaethje. Whether it's Poirier, whether it's Chandler, one of those 5 guys.
I'm gonna hold you to the fire. Pick one.
Right
now you being as slick as
I would want to say, you know who I want to see him fight? Gaethje. I feel like Chandler, if he fights Chandler's a bit. I think that would be the best fight. I think that would be the fight that Conor would have the best chance of winning. Not necessarily that he would win, that he would have the best chance of winning. The Gaethje fight is the violence. It's the violence. It is 2 dudes slugging it out. Gaethje doesn't like him. I know they don't like each other. That's the one I would want to see. And I think Gaethje kind of earned that a little bit. Out of him or Oliveira, but I kind of want to see Gaethje more, because Oliveira with the submissions, with Gaethje and Conor, even with Poirier, you're not going to see none of that ground stuff. You're going to see them slug it out, kicks, punches, swings, a lot of leg kicks. I know that's coming. That's what I want to see. So Conor against any one of the 5. Any one of those 5. At number 1, I have to slide away from MMA for this one. I want to see Canelo Alvarez step up and fight Benavidez. That's the fight in boxing I want to see right now. They let all of y'all Canelo fans out there, y'all letting him get away with it. And these are the same fans that was jumping out Mayweather throat for not fighting whoever they thought they would. This right here, not fighting Bivol, the guy that beat him, and now just cherry picking fighting guys that have nothing to do with the 168-pound division that Canelo is undisputed in right now. Benavidez is the number 1 guy. He done slayed all the other guys in the division. If you're not fighting Benavidez, somebody give up the belts. You got to give up the boxing is so corrupted. They done snatched the belt off of Crawford, the same belt that he took from Spence, after 1 fight. We got Canelo over here fighting dudes that's not even 168 pounders. And avoiding, but I want to see Canelo and Benavidez getting in. I want to see. I get the impression that if they fight, we gonna find out. Just like Crawford and Spence, we gonna find out exactly why Canelo ain't making that. That's what's gonna be found out. I get the impression that that's what's gonna happen.